Finally, NASIT, we organize an annual media practitioners cocktail where we do not need money, we most of our media houses or continue updates about the media house and the public about the way NASIT they do, and for them to continue to have the privilege for give a speech today, but the NASIT boss, Mr. Frank, he explained all the good things they were doing this year, and his minister, the Honorable Raman Swale, they also talk about the importance of NASIT and the work with the new NASIT. Okay, with that brief news update today, I want to kind of introduce the panel. On the left, we get, I think, the youngest parliamentarian. Yes. This woman has been really one of the lights in our parliament. No matter what, underestimating President Leone Nassau. But I say, who will now consider who will receive what delegation will be next to them. They realize it's a different thing. Young people in governance, in influential positions. So 80-year-olds and 70-year-olds young people. So the only way we see a man or Tommy, parliament, they represent common districts. And you tell me more what assignments you will get, but any job that's been, I will tell you from the perspective of a young parliamentarian. Waiting is seen inside the audience, waiting an ill reaction in the questions. On the far right, as we don't need introduction, we don't need this platform back and forth. The young brother, Mr. Andrew Lamali, we are the executive director for the Institute for Governance Reform, IGR. Instead, we can talk on the project, but from the perspective of civil society, waiting and see, waiting and see. Last, but by no stretch of the imagination, the list, Alimawa can call the richest minister. Why? Because the ministry gets 22% of the budget. So for all the ministry, there are no ministry there will pass beyond. So they are the richest minister. The other minister for basic and senior secondary education, the Honorable Colonel Saki, also the only minister for Banana, and the first ever minister from Banana. I got to get me and say that's what very good. Anyone know I have a little one? Let me do your best offense. That's all. Today, focus on public school. Confront someone since you are alright, now we can start with you, Mr. Minister. Big news, the release of the basic education certificate exam, which is called the people they want to know, waiting at the results, waiting you notice the results, waiting at the group, waiting at the group, until you don't see the pattern at all. So these are the things to all the people of this country on the latest results with the students. Over to you, Mr.
Good afternoon, before glad to stay here. Just want to clarify something. They called me the richest minister. Actually, the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, plus Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, and British China. So that accurately makes me more better. But I want to just start off by just telling about the results this year for Beke. First of all, let's set the context. Beke, an example we take at the end of junior secondary school. But for everybody, junior secondary school in Salon, at the end of basic education. So basic education Salon now starts from pre-primary, right comes to junior secondary. Then senior secondary starts after basic education. The Constitution actually says that every kid in this country gets up to basic education. So I think this is very important. So what we try to do and to make all the kids at least commonize system with qualification. So for 2024, we get 126,703 candidates who take the exam for 1,835 schools, and they take the exams. The grades are range from grade 1, grade an excellent, grade 2, very good, grade 3, good, grade 4, credits, grade 5, credits, grade 6, pass, and then grade 7, fail. So anything when they above 1 and below 1 to 6, between 1 to 6, are pass. And if you get 7, are fail. I just want to make me emphasize that. The other important thing about Beke is the fact that the lower the number when you get, the better you results. So it's important that we get that before. But let me just do now some highlights. So for overall 2024, we get one of the best results there. Only one other year we get to pass this one. So now the second best results. The best result are the 2023. So as a country, we don't do very well. In terms of the results, 121,125 people that take the exam. It will be slightly lower than the previous year when 127,065. In 2022, we get 127,889. And then 2021, we get 131,483 that take the exams. So you can see this year we get less people that will take the exams. Now let me just explain why that is the case. That is the case because then now once they happen, the system will pass the exam. So nobody only repeats the exam. So because of that number. Let me also break that down to what entities they will take the exam, because these are fleeting education. One organ documents will take the exams. And like 4 years ago, we already see the pass the boy. So this year, no any different. So this year we get 61,957 take the exams, as compared to 8,289 will take the exams. So now let's just go through the. I don't have the percentages, but I can work it out before. Okay, so the pass rates for the individual papers are 90.5%. As I said, and the second best decade results, 90.5%. What you also see, for making pass decade, we need 5 pass rates, including maths or what they call language arts and English. So 5 pass rates, including maths or English, not to or English. So what you will see, banally, you see 21% improvement in the number of people who get that grade. So the more people get the grade alone, you will see some significant improvement in the grade. When we take all the people that were eligible for go inside senior secondary school, the pass rate increased to 93%. So you can see how high that is. Well, if you look at all the individual subjects, it's 90.5%. Well, in terms of those eligible, it's 93%. Okay, 2 candidates there, they get the same score, as the top of the pyramid, as it were. They get one bobo, they get one titi. The bobo, the titi come up from it's named as Cisse Mariam M. We come up from international school, and then you get John Sita. We come up from Alfwin International Junior Secondary School. And they all two take 8 subjects. And for that 8 subjects, they get an aggregate of 7. We really work out that they get 1s in 7 subjects and they get 2s. They get 1, 2 in the 8 subjects. Now, in school, then we carry forward. You get 300 candidates. You get 300 candidates we can't talk by the exams. And the aggregates are 7. We work out at 6 1s and 2 in 3 subjects. So the top grade, as I say, 1 before, 1 6. In the top 5 candidates, 3 of them are young beginners. So you don't need to say young beginners will outperform the boy beginner. Okay. So the top school, now Providence International, they get 100% of the beginner get 5 passes, inclusive of the language arts or mathematics, with an average grade of 1.68. And then the next school, now Christ Reformed Church, Junior Secondary School. Now,
that's my heart, because we say Christ.
Nakabala. So we get the top school now, each of them, the second school now, Nakabala. There's a 100% of the beginning pass 5 grades. But which I have drawn attention to, 835 schools see all the candidates pass the exams. 835 schools. Then 461 schools get 90%. 95% to be precise. 95% or more. Yes? If I compare this to 2022, and do take 2022 winner one before 2023, we will find out in 2022 they get 322 schools, we get 100%. So think about it. 322 as against 835. Then in 2022, you get 395, then 95 and better. So you see, say, the results for this year improve. Now, we get several levels of performance in terms of subject levels. But what I will say is that one subject, now you get less than 70% pass rates. Let me just continue. So, 7 subjects, the pass rates are in excess of 95%. With physics, with physical and health education, now you get the highest with a 98.8%. Language arts with an English, now 85.9%, and then mathematics at 87.9%. Then we get large variations in terms of district. I don't get the detailed data now, but the average districts get roughly about 88%. The highest district get 97%. I don't get that. But yes, okay, so in terms of the average, Sierra Leone school outperform the Guinean schools. We get school and Guinea. Yes, Guinea school they score an average of 78.8%. So
we sit
understand, yes. Well, they are still Guinea schools, yes. But they sit Salon exams. Yes. So you can see say the results are very encouraging. Very, very encouraging. And we know that the results come on it. we go work with school them and explore them, support school them for make they get action classes, for make sure say, you know, them can engage up with waiting the job is. But waiting we encourage all the school to do. Now for make sure say they start the interview process as quickly as possible. Now I just say one more thing. One of the things that we are going to introduce into the system now, because the last time we begin secret, then we go around and see people and we celebrate them. We don't decide now say the principal of the school not really normally in charge of admission anymore. Now they get a panel for which the ministry they be represented. What do we see from NPSC, because we tested at NPSC, we don't see no cream around. I know they tell you say they don't need one or two people, but we don't see no cream. We should say this new process in the work. The second process we get, normally when results come up, when I can say that they school because they say no, they tell them not to charge money. Then they go and begin tell people to buy uniform here, This year, what we do, we call all the head teacher and the representatives. We make sure say we agree on the price of this. So something will not ever happen. We take concurrence. That is, we send them to the Ministry of Trade. Then look up, the young expert and the master Sami people they look up, they tell you say, no, that price is reasonable. So if you read any school, they go ask for exorbitant money, now please let me know. Self now, and self now, community. So let's stop the right now, and I told her take it.
The Honorable Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary Education, the Right Honorable Comrade Sakit, plenty thank you for when you really break down the detail of the medical results. One of them has to make an answer. Progress. One way you wonder whether free quality school education will work, you just have to look at these numbers. Every year you will see progress. And by the way, also just progress to see a number of people. But one way they want us, the school system and the quality number. These numbers represent quality. The investments that President Leone make, you will see the return on this investment. Quality, we decentralize. What will go to school now? We get results to what? A few schools don't know in the world. We get top results. But now, a school, most people normally know what I say. And they come for school, all the way from Kabbalah. Now, the same thing they announced NPSC. Schools all across the country. It shows the investment and the vision of President Leone. They bring real dividend. So the progress we don't see, the passes, exceptional. Where you say that only one subject get less than 70% or 75%, most people would think say our subject in a math. For math, we get over 80% for passes. If anybody asks you free quality school education program, get quality, the numbers. And they represent the quality. The numbers of students when you take the exams don't increase exponentially. Repeaters don't decrease. Quality results they continue to increase. So thank you, Mr. Minister, and we will take questions then we'll get the first round of interventions. I will shift small gear and talk about the budget and I come to the sister, the Honorable Siatomi. Honorable, last week, Minister of Finance to Parliament, he presented the 2025 budget. You know, a sitting member of Parliament, by the way, he represents the Sierra People's Party, Parliament, and the people of Congo. And Honorable, waiting with the people that want no small bits through this platform is waiting at the reaction to the budget. Waiting the way you see when I'm putting them for the people of Congo. waiting the way you see when I say can say own and go for young people like me and you, and waiting at the way maybe you say see better or I will ask different question. So why do you not say between 5 minutes maybe, when just address top line for the initial reaction, and we do the same as well from the civil society perspective. Now, between parliament and civil society, then the people discuss. Yes. So.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Minister. You found a good afternoon. So, as you say, the minister will meet the projects, and inside the project, at the first glance, they get good things than we see. Because if government they talk about recruiting 3,000 health workers, say young people get more. If they talk about recruit 1,000 personnel STEM for police personnel STEM, young people get more. If they talk about the police, young people get more. Salary increments, young people get more benefits. And we also say government mean business when you talk about the youth empowerment. Because if you look at the previous funds where government allocates to youth, the Youth Ministry and the National Youth Commission, compared to this one, she said they allocate more funds. That means they take serious and a lot of things like that. But also, as a member of parliament, and so we really represent the people when we just go to parliament, it gets processed the way it goes, it gets stages the way it goes through. And at this point, parliament will approve the budget seats. Because the documents, a proposed document will be for look at. Because the budget always they present or the proposed the project the revenue mobilization of the government expenditure. So we have to take the time and look at them. The stage is still on, and I want to say by the first stage we begin with these budgets. And we get for ensure that we scrutinize the budget because the first interest and for ensure that the budget it reflects the interest and the needs of the majority of the citizens and country. Not to just for council going back to the budget. It's okay, there are good things every day, but we also want for ensure that we look at things that way. That's the reason why for ensure that we don't any tax increments because we know that times are hard. And also salon no now globally. Salon is part of a global village. Anything in the village, it is salon. So the best we can do as much of value to the people and for talk to the people that really in charge of that particular side, tell us right now we're not getting the tax increment. People are not giving families. And there is it. So we're not getting it in at least budgets. So I think this is one of the fine budgets that we don't get. Because it gives the burden on the people then nobody know about there and say, oh, because I even is the way you say, let's not go up to this so and so, because they don't add nothing, no increments, no meaning. So the process still go on, we follow. But also in the budget, you see government talk about things that we plan for the young people. And we don't say any country we don't utilize the young mindset, country we don't for hope. And what we see is alone now, young people are involved in governance. Every time we go, we must see young people involved in. So if we see government talk about employment of young people, now we not always talk about formal education. Because before that we say education, everybody focus on formal education. But right now you see, one way we get skills, we have skilled people and they make more money. And we need it more. So we see now government investing in people they need. If you're not able to go to school, you get what you're tired, you can go get your skill training, you can add to the development of the country. And then people actually make more money. So government say they support young people for get skill training, young people away to entrepreneurship for their funding. So these are all good things there. And the people that are economy represent, I'm not saying they also get for benefits because they are the first priority. They have no interest. They get for benefits. But we ensure say we follow up on the budgets. It's not just stop the way the books and academies. We get for scrutinize. The house that we're going to a committee of the whole house, we're going to appropriation. You get an MBA, now we watch the budget of them MBAs a day. We look at the previous budgets in way governments will allocate to them different MBAs a day. What did they use the money for? What did they use the money for? If not, they do. And also, the money they request for, if they get tangible things the way they budget. And if we think, say, we're not convinced with it, parliament gets rights from the budget. So I want to say, from a parliament perspective, it's too early for me to understand, okay, this one deserves this, unless we get to allow the budget to go through the process. But as I said, in my first slide, we talk about empowerment, talk about the wage bill, an increment, talk about salary increments. These are all good things where everybody will have to see our country, because it increases the GDP. We talk about the projection of the GDP. These are all things that we will have to see. But as a parliament, we still continue to follow the projects and see the kind of things.
Thank you very much. To me, we listen, we will say this parliament, they young people, but young people will get great substance, the quality of the questions that they ask. So we therefore compare with the in the past, and also take the time for educate on the process with these budgets they will be subjected to as well. Parliament. I just want for remind family and way they pay attention. See, inside this budget, the kind of we will say 15% salary increments for all the forces. The board and the minister really they get 2,000 new teachers. 2,000 inside this budget. 3,000 additional health workers inside this budget. 1,000 additional civil servants inside this budget. Without single tax hike, no new taxes. A stable economy, with foreign exchange is stable, projects stable with GDP. In fact, as we say, we want to think the economy, expanding the base. So we are not out of the woods as a country. But the economic philosophy of President's view are for puts the people of this country at the center and for prioritize young people and human capital development. And we continue to see that throughout. So I will represent the civil society, and I'm also giving for the numbers on the budget and look at this. I'll also give you 5 to 7 minutes for make you respond to what you see in your from the budget from my perspective. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Ministers, especially the Minister of Information and Civic Education, for the opportunity where you give not only we, but for the citizens that understand the budget, because the budget really is the work plan and the Bible. Now the work plan and the Bible of the country. All of the ministers didn't get to that point. But I think that the most important document will come from government. If the APCO, if the SLPPO, if this country economy not change, we will always continue for threats and molest yourself. We passport will vary beyond the borders of this country. So now make it important if they McKinney, if they go, if they put local, if they Kenya, for listening to what happens inside the budget. Don't pay attention to SLP propaganda, to APC propaganda, but don't pay attention to the content of the document there. So the budget get big things that are big news. And a good way Parliament there for debate them. So we get concerns that will be sent back as Parliament debate them budget here for considering and debate them. Honorable Minister will just share some of the big news there. I think that one big news now that's the GDP then debate them. And what is I don't put by the debate GDP? That means say first time around 2008, that number no more than we get for Salon, they said the entire Australian economy na 4 billion. Say to 2017, to 2022, they say na $4 billion. Inside this budget, the debates they moved from 4 billion to 8 billion. What is that mean? Economic transactions, the way they normally consider, they consider now inside the economy. So for example, go to Canada, so when I pay transport to Kaya, then they give water to people there. All those transactions, they contact inside the GDP. Before this budget, all that budget will get first when a small GDP, in order to consider all the economic ramifications. And that's the good news. In fact, if they see that they shape salon money,
what they call a per capita GDP. That was in every salon cost they get. It moved from $492 to $857. That means in per capita as Iranians, by the best increase. So what are the good news about this? It means that now this budget is more realistic and accurate than previous budgets because they don't think through all the economic transactions and they don't calculate them and add them. The other thing is, it means if you want to invest money, you live outside of Salon. You want to invest money, they say that economy is a $4 billion economy. You know, you get $5 billion. It was also like that economy is small. Let alone Nigeria. So for the mere fact that the economy, the GDP moved by 100%, it means exception of demand and destination for markets. So compared to previous GDPs. And what is this new and the third good news is that the budget don't diversify, the economy don't diversify. First thing when they talk about the economy, they just say agriculture, they went to mining. In fact, inside this budget, agriculture reduced from 60% to something like 35%. So all of 34%, all of activities then, from that sister when it's man along the beach na net, to that driver, the way all the things about the economy, when our services, we are not counted. Now you see say they are all counted as part of the economy. And you see say, Sierra Leone last year, Salon actually missed the revenue target. By November last year, the revenue when government was actually meter. And the last good news, for who good news today? The last good news, you know say that they will lead to resilience. And they should say, we'll get capacity for growth. If we take revenue target, they will actually meet that target. It shows we'll get capacity for growth. But the good thing is, it's well aligned with all of the big 5 game changers. So it means always in any minister wants, it's somehow well reflected. But here are some of the things that we, honorable member of parliament, who want to take home and debate in parliament. The first one that the public debt and fiscal management. We still say, even though don't debate, debts are still 59%, almost 60% of we revenue in over debt servicing. It means with debt situation not sustainable, the final parliament really debate how they will make the debt situation more sustainable. And we see say we get a lot of colleagues and actually ban, they don't do a lot of extensive work on that way it can be resourced for draw on. The second one, now the EXA, they talk about the EDSA. So the budget states extensively how they want for reform EXA. And they talk say government here for privatize some of the operations of EXA and then they improve. Then they try to reduce the risk when they are around them. So two concerns will get around them, who they privatize, we therefore consider, say, we have very poor people that we therefore pay for lights, not consider the allow make the second one, allow make the privatization process more transparent, and that will reduce the fiduciary risk in the process. And the good news on the reporting back on I say, tax not increase. But if the tax collection become more efficient, that means even though you increase tax, who said we pay tax and we didn't pay tax? So we just therefore consider that in light of we as a society will represent the very poor of the poor. Even when we make tax very efficient, it means we broaden the tax bracket and more people can therefore pay. So especially low income earners will therefore see how they go able for just like with EDSA. If for EDSA, for example, if you talk say me own units, money they pay for units because they will earn more. Let me higher than other costs they will earn much. I think say we don't get a lot of tax discrimination policies and way parliament for really looking into that for them and see how they can able to discriminate taxation. The wage bill, I see the honorable minister really announce how many teachers will be employed, how many nurses. We need more. People like the talk say the wage bill is bloated, but we need more people that will deliver services. We need more teachers, we need more nurses. But the reality is, if that debt burden they don't come on our head, we cannot employ more teachers. So we actually need to see how we parliament for helping, how we for struggle between the two problems there. The last point where I can in states now, the climate change and the environmental protection. I've turned the budget quite a lot. I don't see much on climate change, even though quite will mention them. It will really mention them. We're not really delve much into climate change financing. And also team for them to burden in the hands of development partners, other countries, for them to fund climate change. If we get a government where the bank on feeds our own and climate affects agriculture, so if I for really think about climate smart financing inside the budget. Thank you very much.
That's students in a village school program inside. If you look at and imagine the potential of this man for weekends, if you go up that second. Well, thank you very much, my brother. I think one of the things that we most proud of, exactly what he is saying, that we want to create a platform for the citizens to ask the question and follow for competent voices as well. Information and rights. So it's we just hear on an independent, competent voice. We will assess the budget. We will hear the good news there, we will hear the questions that we get. The parliamentarians and others outside they will listen. You as citizen, you get the role for calling your parliamentarian. If you care about climate, call your parliamentarian later and say, let ask more questions, let insist for let it operate climate. That's the point of the parliamentarian. Also just to look at talk. But so that the country will be better as a result of this conversation. Before we go to questions, I'll come back to the Minister for Education. There will not be a chance for a comment on two things. One, the budget, but also other developments within your sector. You know, we say teachers threatening for strike. We a lot of questions around subsidies. I don't see the question they get for camp. But maybe before they carry more wasted time, maybe we give you the opportunity, another 5 minutes, please, we'll keep to the time. Let me just give you updates on your sector, and then we will open up.
Thank you very much. I will be very quick. We get within the sector, which we call the education sector plan. This is our strategic plan. I just want to know a few highlights, because this is important that you know what will happen in the sector and why we get the results of what we get. In the first instance, about 2021, we get some reports which will begin a problem for read and comprehend. As a result of that, the government take our machine and say this problem we need to solve. Because if we're able to make it begin and read and understand, then they can begin start to apply critical thinking. So the government now make foundational learning the center of we drive for improved education. So just about 3 weeks ago, we trained over 14,000 teachers in literacy and numeracy. These were now the two separate trainings. So in effect, we get 28,000 people that will be trained. Not only we don't do that, we don't develop teaching and learning materials, we don't develop teacher guides, we don't develop supplementary materials. When we introduce equality education, the share of the textbooks to pupils in some cases are 1 to 3. Now the foundational learning, what do they do? All the beginning, they get their own textbook. All the beginning, they get their own workbook where they work on. And all the teachers, they get their own teacher guides and all that. And we use a new approach for teach English now, and mathematics, structured pedagogy. We also develop a new curriculum for early years. This is because in 2023, when we do the Basic Education Act, we decide, say, we make education compulsory, 1 year education compulsory for them to get away in our primary school. So we need to develop a curriculum and train the teacher there for that. Then, when you teach, you always need to assess whether you did it right. So we want to do 2 things. One, we set up an assessment unit within the ministry. And secondly, we get 3 pilot projects that we're going right now to look at assessment and the curriculum and see what we need to do for improve that. Then let me go to teachers. You know, the information minister told us say in this project we get 2,000 extra teachers. But that's how we come up with right now. After over the last 5 years, we recruit over like 20 or 12,000 teachers. Last year alone, we do 4,300. 2,000 when you come on government budget, 1,000 will get through GPE funding, and then we get 1,300 for replacement. Right now, as at the top, so they recruit a teacher they need. The other thing also, we now develop a new school leadership training. That I will make sure so we train the teacher them so they will be more effective. And we also do the Presidential Best Teachers Awards for insensitized the teacher. And this year, not only will we give grants, we also give a parcel of land. And then I just want to just mention a couple of things. School feeding, we began problem last year. They were one of the big suppliers, Plan International. Now we feed some important area like Gold, Kenma, Kailang, Moyamba, and everything. I want to tell us we don't solve that problem there. So if we get some money, then we get for pay. We don't pay all that money they make. While they talk about big money, they talk about they go into millions of dollars. But that way, we don't do that, and so they don't need to be in that area. We still continue to get a problem with wash facilities, social activity, and we don't flag up with me to an EU project. But we work with the World Bank for make sure so we address that. One of the other things we will not do now, how will they finance education? We don't talk about the budget, but there are other innovative financing methods that we will try to use. One is called the educational outcome, where we pay the supplier that they deliver education on the basis of the outcomes, the outputs where they put. That may need to say the education system more efficient. As I talk so right now, we also did negotiation with the Qataris for even explore what they call a debt swap. So we Salon owes Qatar, the Qatar government X amount of money. Rather than we pay them back, and they say rather than we pay back, when we talk about debt burden, that money they will come back into education. So, and this normally it happen at health. For the first time, Salon Day at the forefront of get the first education program in this type of investment. But I talk about school feeding also, we work with an international organization to actually develop an investment and financing plan for school feeding. I will stop now, I will take some of that question later. But I don't want to see the one to it.
My name is the Minister of Work. He probably work. His Excellency President Julius Madapio today. You know, I don't want to miss out on one thing as I open up for questions. Last year alone, Minister, you say 4,300 new teachers. This year, we talk for around 2,000 teachers. Actually, there are some good, somebody asked, I am in free education, we don't see nothing. Hey, brah. Free education, President, you don't need to transform the story of Salon on education. Every corner of this country now will not just go increase access significantly. Teachers are being trained, hired, deployed all across this country, and we see the results of the one as we get public exam results and when they come out. So I think on behalf of the government and the people of Salon, I think President view a vision. You know, it's something for take a moment to acknowledge and tell thank you. Because it took a lot for the country. It took a lot for the country to say, we pick one sector. Because then you see, when we tell we can't deal with too many problems. These first 5 years, knowing address this education problem is done now. This second one is still address food security problem. And you always have to say, even in terms of which will be things for the share of agriculture of the economy. We don't need big camp. Because remember today, that flag power video will go viral. You see, the economy in the states. I remember that video, they went viral. He said, let's talk about the economy. He said, the economy in the states. Well, that economy in the states, now in the Ministry of Finance, don't try for capture. So that it will reflect the reality, say yes. Man, they will also, we know they will put money in a bank directly, it's part of the economy. So now all parts of waiting we do. I want to open up for question and we want to come to you for the first question you get to invite. So we'll take 5 questions at the same time. Also because you team up means I will ask you. Just put your this one intimidation part. No problem. Okay. So let's see the first 5 hands and then we will take the next round. So we get question 1 now, question 2. Now one on the man. Okay. Question 3 there, with a woman. Question 4 and question 5 to our answer. We come back and first round. I give it my. Who you wanna? Thank you. So also get to my one on this side, one on the other side, so no waste time. Please go ahead. State your name and your affiliation, please.
Good afternoon. We see the Ministry of Education issue out press release the 1st of November concerning the private works results with all over 25,000. And we noticed that this Becker results were common. The whole results then when 879. We know what's that plan we get to already. And then also concerning the was the beginner will not be allowed to sit due to the portal. So waiting at the plan where government gets for it. Because if I don't say private was results will go on and some of the schools them still get access to city was so government will pay for them.
Excellent question. Thank you. Number 2, go ahead.
Good day. Name Abdullah represents AYV. So the education sector plan budget. You talk about a lot of things, but you don't mention the grantee, and I'm sure say budget to for grantee and college. So how we grantee and college them will be set to 100. When I say 100, so
number 3, mobile. Let's just make something clear. Now make something clear. All questions are welcome. Why? Me and the Minister of Information. So if you get questions really bother you for the government of Salmon, these are the government press conference. So while the question wants to maybe not directed to the minister again, you can direct it to me. And the job that if I know, if I don't know, we'll find out and give that information. We want to continue for program, we don't give my number. So this one now and for the next time now. Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon everybody. Leone now from Civic television. So Mr. Saki, you look dodge the question the minister asked about the subsidy for the teachers themselves. We get from them say they get planned for strike. So what thing you ministry do for help solve that particular situation? And the other thing is why we don't see corporate schools and they top the public examinations. I'm President, sir.
Question number 4. Yes.
I write for New Citizen newspaper. A question for the Minister of NBSSC. We see a new trend in public examination, whether for roots absenteeism. 2023 we get about 5,619 students were absent, and the 2024 PS exam we get a record talking about 4,557. It never happened in this year's scenario. So one follow for that, and this just published the results, and one follow waiting and absenteeism rate. Don't miss a Minister of Information. Waiting at the state of the backlog for journalists.